Hello, hello, guys, and welcome to Tuesday. It is so rainy here today, and I get to be grateful for it. Yay, more rain. I'm really excited for the sun to come out. That's all I'm going to say. Today I wanted to talk about, though, since it's springtime, I know myself, like, during springtime I like to start new habits. I like to start, like, eating cleaner, waking earlier, the sun rises earlier, and just, like, switching things up, going from, like, being in a dreary winter and moving into spring, like, changing it up, right? And I wanted to talk about habits and how to successfully, like, install a habit for life. So far this has worked for me, and I hope it can help you as well. So there are 3 steps to this like mastery of habit making. And the first is commitment. Making a commitment. 2 is action. Taking action, like actually doing the habit. And 3rd is consistency, like continuing it even though maybe you don't feel like it, but you know it's good for you. So commitment is like, okay, before starting a new habit, saying quitting sugar or moving my body at least, like exercising 3 times a week, going on a walk, cutting out coffee, instead having tea, whatever the habit may be, waking earlier, waking at 5 a.m., 4 a.m. I know, early, right? But before actually starting, saying, okay, why am I doing this? Why do I want this? Creating a why so that you can be as committed as possible and making that commitment and knowing that you're choosing, like we get to choose. We're not forced to do these things. We get to choose to do them. And so if we're wanting a new habit, what's our why? If we're cutting out sugar, is it so that we can have more energy, more vitality? Is it so that we can lose a few pounds so that we can maybe fit into our old dress or jeans or whatever that we used to wear and feel good in, Is it to nourish our bodies better, just to know that like this is my temple and I want to treat it well, And if it's working out, is it conditioning my body? Is it so that I can play with my kids longer? Is it, what is the why? And getting really in touch with our why and keeping it like fresh and reminding ourselves daily, weekly that works too, but daily it's like, okay, I know that I'm committed to this because this is why. It's so much more powerful moving into starting a new habit. So getting in touch with the why, and so we can be fully committed. It's like hell yes or hell no. Like we start the habit and it's like, okay, we're doing this. It's not like, oh, I'll try. It's like do or don't do. But there's no try. There's no in between. Like middle ground is a scary place to be. So you're doing it or you're not doing it. And then you get to try it on. Like we get to try things on. Nobody's making us do it. So we get to see what it feels like, We can just commit, like fully commit for a week. We don't have to fully commit for life. That sounds so scary. Like, God, in 2 years, am I even going to feel like doing this? In a month, will I even enjoy this anymore? Like, what am I setting myself up for? And it's failure, setting ourselves up for failure if we're like, well, I'll just try and see if I feel like it. Because the honest truth is that even though something may be really good for us and it makes us feel good in the long run, like working out daily, at first, like, we may not feel like doing it. And a lot of times, like, there are things that I do consistently, but I just don't feel like doing it sometimes. I'm tired, I don't feel like it. But then as soon as I accomplish that and do it, I feel so amazing. Like, I'm like, yes, I'm so glad I did that because now I have more energy, now I feel better, now I feel refreshed, whatever it may be. So step 2, first is commitment, 2nd is taking action, actually doing what you say you're going to do, being your word to yourself. Not only to others, but to yourself, most importantly. You gain confidence through this and you can keep moving forward in the goals and in the actual, like, mastery of habits whenever you say, like, okay, I'm going to do this for a week. And then you actually do it for a week. And then you go, okay, I'm checking back in. If you have to use a calendar, do it. If you got to write it down every day, do it. Whatever it takes. But, like, whatever you say you're going to do it. And then see how you feel. And that's the way to do it. I mean, you can't just, like, say, okay, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'll try. And then you're not actually taking action on it. And then it's like, there's no new habit being formed because I'm not doing a damn thing different. And if we don't do things If we consistently do the same thing over and over, we're going to get the same results. And so switching things up, changing things, changing a habit into a new habit, like an old bad, maybe less good habit, into one that serves you better. That's great. And then third is being consistent. It's like, I don't really feel like not having the cup of cocoa that I normally do. Like, my habit is to have cocoa every morning, or to have chocolate at night before bed, or whatever it is. It's like, okay, I get to be consistent in this. If it's my week thing, I know that, okay, by the end of this week, I'm not doing this thing, or I am incorporating this thing, and being consistent, and it's kind of like just like going back to everything else I was saying earlier, just like being our word, showing up for ourselves, remembering our why. That'll help us be consistent. And the more we actually we're a commitment to ourselves, we take action on that commitment, and then we're consistent on doing the same thing, the repetitive motion of creating this habit, and it's kind of like a little life cycle circle, then we got it. It's simple, it's easy. And then we plan around it, and the longer we actually do it, the more it just becomes our natural way of life, and we're like, oh, cool. Yeah, I don't eat as much chocolate. I eat way less, or I don't eat it at all. Or, yeah, I switched from coffee to tea. No big deal. Now I just drink tea whenever I want coffee. And I don't even want coffee anymore because it used to make me crash, and it used to XYZ, whatever. So, anyway, I love you guys so much. I hope you've enjoyed my video. If you liked it, click like, share it, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. If you think somebody may really benefit from hearing this message, please share it with them, or tag them in this video or something. And if not, cool. It's cool. If you're upset that you had to watch through this, I'm sorry. I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and stay dry.